overhead view, you can go to my YouTube channel. This is one thing I love about Ecamm, is it always plays my music when I click go live. So it just feels so official.
Mm-hmm.
Hello!
There are no notifications.
I'm Betty McKnit, and this is the 6th day Granny Square Crochet Along, and I have my friend and collaborator Courtney Goth Fairies Creations here with me today. This is the last day of the Crochet Along. Does anybody remember what hook I was using with this? I think I was using the purple one. So I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna work on the border for my 6-day Great Granny blanket, and I'm not sure if I need to update the pattern yet or not, but I have for this last round that you have to land on a multiple of 3 plus 2, and I actually think you just need a multiple of 3. So I just did some more maths, as they say. In Oz, they call it maths. In the US, we just call it math. There's just one math.
Yeah.
In Oz, they have...
But it's mathematics.
They have
it's
multiple
mathematics,
maths.
and we shortened it, so therefore maths.
Yeah.
And we do. We actually have multiple maths levels.
Well, Wilp. I don't know why we do that, but we just call it math over here on this side of the pond. Do you guys call it a pond? Or is that...
Yeah.
That's Great Britain, where they say on the other side of the pond. But you all don't call the Pacific the pond, I don't think.
I think so.
Yes, Betty McKnit on YouTube. I'm Betty McKnit everywhere. If you want to look for me other places, I'm Betty McKnit everywhere. Just, I'm self-conscious about this mess on the other side, but you know what? That's what it looks like. That's what my desk looks like.
Yeah.
That's just what it looks like. Hi, Kathy. Kathy's here. So,
let's look back to it.
What you working on? Did you make any granny squares during the crochet along?
No. I've been so busy with just other crochet stuff. But I am going to be working on a 6-day square or hexagon technically. Because I'm going to make a hexagon square in this.
Well, people might not know that are outside of the
Karen's skinny cakes. But you posted it.
Well, I did post one on TikTok, but you know, a lot of the Facebook peeps don't venture over into TikTok land, and a lot of the TikTokers don't venture over into Facebook. That's why I say, like, the overhead for this is really for the Facebook group, right? And TikTok, I kind of sometimes do other things over there, so a lot of the following, if you're not in the Betty McKnitiverse, you might not know about the next development of this square, which is into a hexagon sweater. So that was the kind of the goal all along. But people have been asking for this square for forever, so it was like an intermediate step on the way to the hexagon. But my allergies are kicking up again today. Yeah, so people might not know that the hexagon sweater is coming, but it is coming.
I'm going to make a blue one.
Yeah, Courtney.
No surprise to anyone.
I'm excited about mine, and it was we have
these
looks
so cozy.
Yeah, it really is. We have these meetings in the McKnitiverse we have like a design studio, design, what do I call it? Design workshop. Design workshop. We had our first meeting about the hexagon the other day, and I sewed up the back of mine to try it on, and Courtney was just like cheering me on the whole time, like, it's so fun, it's so fun, it's just so fun.
Because once you can try it on, it's just like Success. Heather says that her allergies have been death this year. She's over in the Facebook group.
Yeah, at least
Iswari says hi.
Hi. At least today I don't have a blinding headache. Somebody is saying that the British lady's voice, she's Australian actually, but it's saying that your voice is reverberating. So I'm not hearing that.
It's probably echoing through your speak. Your mic is probably picking me up and replaying it. If I'm coming through your computer and not headphones.
I probably need headphones. Yeah. It's been a while since we've done it this way.
Yes. It'll mean that you'll have to repeat stuff if I answer a question on TikTok because they probably won't be able to hear me.
Let me try headphones.
Yeah, the headphones will help the echo.
I haven't used these headphones in forever. Okay. Say something.
Hi, this is Goth Fairy talking.
Oh, wow, that's super loud.
Oh, I heard myself. Now I'm hearing myself. Try now. Is it echoing now?
You know what? Hang on.
I think we're good now.
I think I have to mute Skype. No, but then I won't be able to hear you. Speak again.
It's not echoing now. You turned it down, so I can't hear myself now.
They're saying it's worse.
Let us know if I'm echoing. Just give them a sec because you turned your volume down. Because I could hear myself and then you just changed something and now I can't. Like I'm not hearing myself double anymore.
Okay.
Let us know.
Now they're saying it's better.
Good. Yay.
It's just very hard to crochet a bit better.
Do I have any stitch markers on my desk? I should do.
Sure.
I need to figure out where I put that.
Hey, Casey. Good to see you, my dear. Okay, what am I doing? I am doing the Great Granny border. Oh, thank you. So, Kathy's saying the universe is great. The McKnitiverse is great. I'm just really enjoying it. It's not quite been a year since I opened it, and I'm just so much happier with that platform than it just is like so much better than the Patreon channel, which was just like
definitely
felt like so one way, and this has been like more like a community, and it's been it's been really great, and it's been an opportunity for me to like actually meet people and talk to people and like learn about the people in my community, and not just like here's some stuff, I'm over here and you're over there, you know. It's been really great, but I had somewhere I was going with that and I got lost.
They should join us in the
I know what it was, because I was starting to talk about the border. So whenever I release a new pattern for 6-day blankets, I've been making new borders for them. And somebody, one day over there in the McKnitiverse, I said, what would you all like for bonus content? Because I give bonus content every month. And this month it was these patterns for free, the month of May, the granny square patterns. And I said, what would you, here's, I think it was like when I did the popsicle blanket, and they were like, I already know how to do the 6-day kid blanket, so it would be great to have just the border. So I started just putting the borders for the, the custom borders for the blankets that I was making. Um, just the borders in there in the exclusive pattern variations. So that's just another thing that's over there. That's all. That is all.
Mm-hmm.
Halfway through what I was saying, I forgot why I was talking. So I should just crochet.
Yes. I'll remind you again later, but the hexagon draft has remind you that it has things that we need to fix.
Oh, great. Okay.
Oh, I was just changing a number. That's all.
Okay.
Because you copied and pasted the square across.
I did copy and
not
paste
changed
the
it to a
square.
hexagon.
Yeah, I did not do all the things. I just assumed that over there we kind of know what we're doing, and
Yes,
it's
more that you don't forget.
draft in big letters.
Yes.
Okay, is this what color is next here? Hold on. After yellow comes bright orange.
I love that yarn that you're using. It looks so pretty.
Thank you. I'm enjoying it. Woolly's Thick and Quick.
That's Lion Brand, yeah?
Yes, it is. It's squishy.
I think that's one of the ones we can... Is it the Woolies Thick and Quick we can get?
You let me know what you can't get, and I'll send you whatever. Although I don't have the outlet.
Yeah, we can get some of the Thick and Quick.
I don't have the outlet anymore. I noticed on the website that a lot of the colors were out of stock, so maybe
they're discontinued.
I don't want to start rumors, but I have a feeling it's possible. Didn't a lot of colors were out of stock and not restocked at the Joann's where I bought this. So,
right.
Yeah. So I think there might.
Also, apparently Michael's is having a clearance on a bunch of yarn for everyone in the US, from what I've seen.
Also, I saw...
Wendy says that those colors are just lovely.
Thank you. I saw that the Lion brand released a new Thick and Quick. I think it was like Feels Like Butter Thick and Quick. So they're releasing new yarns all the time. So if something is being discontinued, they're making way for something better. Okay.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah. I'm on border round 3. Join with a single crochet on a space next to the corner space. So there's my corner space. There's the space next to it. I don't want to get any closer because this is has gotten really big. And yeah, I just don't want to get any closer. 7 double crochet in the next space. This is going to look gigantic with this yarn. It's sad.
It's going to be so pretty.
I have to pull this whole border out though, so I can finish this. I have a ton of this yarn. I'm making a whole blanket out of this. My goal is to have a 6-day kid blanket on every bed in my house, which I'm pretty much there. And then I would like every person I love to have a 6-day kid blanket. Every person in my life that I love.
Yes.
So that's a big goal. But okay, so 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Woo! This is large and in charge in this size and this color.
It's so pretty though.
Hi everybody, thanks for following and thanks for the likes. Okay. Okay, and then you single crochet in the next space. Chain 3. Single crochet in the next space. So yesterday Julie was on and she was like, I think that's a mistake. But it's not. You need that chain space right there. And you just repeat that around. 7, Single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. 7 double crochet. 7 feels like a lot.
It does. But it looks so cool though. It does. I've got the various different places like cascading across my screens. I've spaced it so that I can see a little bit of it while you're working. It's so cool. Am I reading that right? Probably not. I am. Cool. This yarn is such a pretty colour. I completely forgot that I had this yarn just sitting in my stash.
It's beautiful. Are you starting just now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. That should be fun.
I have the pattern up on my phone.
Okay.
I'm out of real estate on my computer.
I definitely need a bigger screen. Oh wait, did I do this right? Yes, I did. Sorry.
That's all right. I am also trying to pay attention, especially on the next round. I need to remember that it's not just granny square clusters all the way around. Because I made a just standard granny hexagon so that I could like get used to how it goes together. Now I want to make a 6-day one.
Did you see my live last night?
No, not yet.
In the McKnitiverse.
I had a busy day today.
Yeah,
did you go live in the McKnitiverse?
I went live in the McKnitiverse, and I explained what I did, that I had torn out all of the, hold on, I just want to say what I'm doing. After the last 7 double crochet fan, you should land on the space next to the corner with a single crochet. And then you want to chain 3. And then what do I do in the corner? Chain 3, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Okay, so that's how your corner should land. And I have a multiple of 3. And the purple and green and blue blanket from the photos also had a multiple of 3. So it should land like this. If you have the fan here, it won't work. So you should fudge. Don't ask me how you would fudge, because I tried and I couldn't do it. So I think you need a multiple of 3.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to figure it out just with math, and just the math said 3 plus 2. So I think that's wrong. I think multiple of 3 will do it. Okay, so
Zoe wants to know what size hook you're using.
I'm using an N hook, which for furls I think is an 8mm. And I'm using Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick.
That's not my 8, so I can't check.
I might not have enough yarn to make it all the way around.
Oh no.
I'll have to go out to the car because I have the rest of the yarn in the car.
And 3. Mrs. B says hi from Memphis over on TikTok.
Hey, Mrs. B. Oh, no, but back to the hexagon. Okay, that's what I was talking about. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went live and showed what I did. I ripped out what I had done on the call.
Mm-hmm.
I had added width to the back and length to the bottom, and I pulled all that out, and I decided to add whatever I was adding to the back to also add to the front. So I was working around 3 sides. So I did back, bottom, and front. And just to make it easier to understand, like, because I was getting lost on those hexagon sides, like what side was what, I just basted the top sleeves together. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just to make it like just easier to understand, I just took a waist yarn, and just like kind of whip stitched it, those two the two top sleeves, the sleeve seam that goes up the side.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I just whip stitched that. That made it a lot easier to manage. And as you're flipping that thing around, and it's like it's 3-dimensional, and it's weird. um yeah, I was like getting lost a lot. So that's what I did, and then I added I mean, on the call, I was like, is it enough? Have I added enough? Is it wide enough? Is it narrow?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. And I just decided the only way to really know if it was or not was to try it and see if I wanted it a
Yeah.
little bit wider. And so
Mm-hmm.
I ended up I ended up adding more than, making it wider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I've just realized that I do my corners differently than you, so now I'm not in the right spot. Because I did the corners, but I do it differently. I start, like, the chain up that I do is over here, and then I do the 2DC, and then I go around and then I join to there, where I think you're doing it here. So now I'm not in the right spot for the single crochet round. So
Yeah,
now I have to
it's
think.
some of those techniques, like somebody brought it up in the group about doing a double crochet or a half double crochet instead of the chains.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work on every round. I don't think.
Yeah.
I couldn't get
Well,
it.
I do the chains. I just threw the chains in a different spot to you, from what I can see.
Yeah. I
Because you're doing the chain or the standing double crochet and then chain 3 and
Mhm.
then 3DC, where
Mhm.
I do a chain of 3, 2 double crochets right next to it, and then go on to the next. It's like mine's the start of the
Yeah.
new cluster. If I was to go up, I'll show you here. I
I
know
think
that's not the right
yeah, I
angles,
think that's
but
the more standard way to join in the corner,
do
but
that
it doesn't
and then go to
work.
the next
It doesn't put you in the right spot for the single crochet. But you could do what other people have suggested doing if you're doing it that way, is instead of chaining and then joining, you join with a double crochet. So you double
one. Right.
crochet across to that chain, and then it'll bring your hook back to the right place. It'll bring your yarn, back over to the other side. When you get there, let me know.
Well, I'm there now, so
Okay. So
I've just ended up in the
instead of chaining and joining with a slip stitch, in place of a chain, you work a half double crochet. And depending on how many you're chain, if you're replacing a chain 3, you double crochet. And that double crochet takes the place of the chain. Am I making sense?
It does make sense.
Okay.
Does that work?
I
But
don't
then it
think
looks funny.
I don't think it works on every round, which is why I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I tried to do the
It looks
most
funny.
invisible thing.
I'm just gonna be stubborn and do stubborn things.
Just do it my way.
We'll see how we Yeah, which is what will end up happening, but we're gonna be stubborn for a bit.
Okay.
And then we'll see.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. There's a million ways to do a granny square.
Well, if I just do it like this, then let's see.
So I'm just going to say again what I'm doing, which is I'm just repeating that around. Single crochet, 7 double crochet in the space, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. That's the repeat.
Crochet, chain 2, single crochet. I might get away with being stubborn.
Okay.
We shall see. So that's just because I know how the stitches work and how this works. That I can do silly things. We'll see how the next row goes after this one.
My hexagon sweater has the seam going up the side, one of the sides.
But that yarn is so beautiful. Like, it's just such a beautiful color. Why are you tangled? No tangle. There we go. Okay. One, 5, and 6.
So what else do you have planned for amigurumi or whatever? What the heck? Who started this?
3, 4, 5, 6. Let me
She's
go
counting
and
out
find
loud.
my handy dandy piece of paper. So it is an Instagram challenge that was done by Arielle_Gray on Instagram. She started it, I think, back in 2019, I want to say, maybe 2018. And it's 31 days of prompts for the month of May for
Okay.
amigurumi. And so, like, I printed it out because it's the only way I can function. The different prompts for each day. And then everyone, like, gives you, so you don't have to come up with the post, you just follow along with the prompts. So she gives you on her website just the standalone, just the prompts with just the titles, as well as, which I just printed out, like a more detailed description of every single one. So I fell a day behind, so I've just posted day 5, even though it's the 6th for me. I'll probably post the 6th tonight or tomorrow morning. But day 5 was maker or designer. Like, are you purely a maker, or you're a designer, or you do a little bit of both? And then tomorrow, which is day 6 for you guys, day 6 for me already, is yarns and tools. So, like, you'll go to material, you'll go to yarn, you'll go to hooks. What do you use? Like, show that off. So yeah, you get 31 days of ideas for what to post on Instagram.
Nice.
And I think it's really cool.
Happy Mother's Day to you as well,
and then you
Kathy.
also get to, like, Happy Mother's Day, Kathy. You get to, like, learn so many cool things about other people that you follow, because everyone's posting about whatever it is for the day. So I think it's fun. I've been meaning to do it for years, and I just never got around to it. And this year I was like, nope, I'm going to do it. So I'm doing it.
I don't really make amigurumi, but I'm enjoying watching everybody's posts.
Yeah, I think it's really cool, because, like, we get to see all the different, like, interpretations of the different posts and all the different cool things that people make, because people make lots of cool things, and I really enjoy it. So 1, 2, 3. We're doing 2. Okay. So far, the being stubborn is working. But that's just because that's how my brain works.
Okay, so when you say being stubborn, you mean you're joining it, you're doing the corner the way you want.
Yep.
Not the way I told you to. You're a rebel.
Always.
Hi, thanks for the likes.
Do you see any stitch around?
The Broadbent says one of her favorite patterns. Thank you.
Aww, that's awesome. Definitely love all the 6-day everything. Okay, what am I doing?
It'll be a shame to rip out this edge to finish this blanket.
Definitely. It's so pretty. I really love that orange. Okay.
I like orange too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woohoo! It works.
Wait a minute, what am I doing?
11, 12. 11, 12. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
The double crochet row worked too.
Great.
So I will hold it up when I am done with this row. Or round, technically. 4, 5. Woohoo! I'm so excited to have a 6-day cardigan.
Join with a slip stitch. I'm just saying what I'm doing for people who might be watching this to follow along. It's very repetitive round, but still. So you should always have these chain spaces next to the corner stitches. That's, if you look at one of my social media posts, I posted a picture of the edge and the corner, and it doesn't have this. And just FYI, that all got ripped out and redone. And every time I see that post come up, I'm like, oh, it's terrible. It's awful.
No tangle. Please untangle.
Thank you.
Nope. Yeah.
And I am so excited because the last round is in my favorite of all these colors. Woo!
That orange is so pretty.
It's very bright.
How on earth did you get so tangled?
Did you pull from the center?
Always.
Okay. If you said no, I might have. I mean, it's one thing. You're going to redesign the corner of my granny square. That's one thing. But if you're going to pull from the outside of the cake, we can't work together.
I will only ever pull from the outside of the cake when they wind it wrong.
Well, I do it.
Sometimes I will just rewind it.
I do it when I want the colors to reverse and go the other direction.
But when I want the colors to go the way that the other ones are going, then sometimes I've had to work from the outside. But then that gets annoying, so sometimes I just rewind the cake to be a center pull with the right one.
Yes, I would rewind that. If it was going the wrong way, I would rewind the whole thing. Okay, border round 4. This is the last round of the blanket. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see, how do we do it? We join with a single crochet in any chain 3 space. So I just picked one. It doesn't matter which one. And then we're going to work across these guys, and we're going to do a back post double crochet. So you go around from behind and you work around the double crochet stitch. You just work a normal double crochet and then chain 1, but you go in from behind and you work around the double crochet stitch. Most people have done this stitch before. Yeah, it'll be new to somebody. Chain 1 in between each one. Yarn over, go around in front of the stitch. I'll come in just a little closer for a couple.
11 and 12. And then hopefully when I order the rest of this yarn, it doesn't take too long to get here. So I can finish my cardigan.
Hang on, I'm having a hard time focusing here.
Oh no.
There we go. I just couldn't see. I'm blind. I mean, I have the vision of
Izzy
it.
says that it's new to them for the stitch that you're doing.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna work when you post crochet front post or back post, rather than working into the top of the stitch, you're working around it. So when it's back post, you go in from the back and you bring your hook around the stitch, and then you pull the loop, and then you finish just like a double crochet. If it was front post, which we don't have front post, but if it were front post, you would go in from the front and around the stitch like that, and you would work it like that. That one I think is a little.
When you just explain it like that.
It makes it a little easier to understand. I think front post is makes it a little easier to understand than back post. So this is the post of the stitch. You're working around in front of it. So for back post, I'm just working around the stitch from the back. Oops, but I didn't chain 1. You have to chain 1 first,
Just
kids.
Finished the first of the double crochet rows.
You're too fast. Look how slow I am here. I'm like a snail. I've done like.
But you're explaining what you're doing. I don't have.
Not very well.
But you are explaining it, because that's like, I've never thought about like the way you describe doing the back post and front post. That makes sense.
Was it confusing to you before?
The first time I ever did it,
yeah.
I was very, very confused.
You're like, what am I doing
and then
here?
I found a good video and I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, and then see, this is what I had to explain to Julie yesterday. She's like, you made a mistake. You don't need that chain 3. Yes, you do. You need it. So after you do the back post in each one with the chain, and so it's back post chain, 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 back post, no chain, and then single crochet into the space. So there's no chain in between the single crochet and the back post shell. Whoops. It's not as hard as you think. It's nothing to be afraid of. And it gives you that, it gives you that like stripe of color where you get the blue from this row and then you get this ridge. I mean, that's what really makes the whole edge, if you ask me, is that one row and working into the back post. And if you don't like it, or if it's, if it's too hard, if you're a beginner crocheter and it's too hard, just work a regular double crochet chain 1 the regular way. That'll come out nice too. But if you want that little extra pop of texture, you're going around the back, you're work around the post of the double crochet from the back post double crochet. BPDC is the abbreviation.
Oh, I'm onto the lighter blue.
Courtney's over there tearing through a cake of yarn.
Well, there was only a little bit of the main blue at the beginning. I have to count to like more than 7.
I don't like counting.
I'm gonna go back to a regular 6-day. Well, I'm just making sure that the first rows math adds up while I memorize the pattern. I'm gonna go back to a regular 6-day and not skip in the middle and then be very confused.
Yep. I'm just laying it down and admiring it.
Good idea.
Okay.
Can you hold it up and admire it?
No.
So that I can see too?
It's too big.
It's too big. So
Yeah.
I'll just have to hold it up later.
I'll hold it up at the end.
You have to make sure you
for
post
you.
photos.
I will.
Bev says very pretty over in the Facebook.
Thank you, Bev.
Are you getting ready for bed, Bev?
Bev's probably scrolling in bed. Like, what are these girls doing up so late?
Well, since we're in the same time zone. Yeah. Yeah. Why? There we go. Okay. And 2. I'm very excited about this hexagon.
I'm glad.
Bev says she was about to go and saw we were on live. Yay!
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it.
Bev, I'm going to Spotlight tomorrow again because the Karen Skinny Cakes are on sale and I need more of them. So I'm going to go get some more while they're on sale. Because they're $11.90 at the moment instead of like the close to $20 they normally are.
Okay, so this says repeat to corner. So I'm going to make a single crochet in that chain 3 space next to the corner. And then the corner just gets 3 double crochet. Believe it or not. So the corner is not the star of this blanket border. It's not the star.
But it's got all the other pretty details.
Yes, the fan is the star with the back post stitches. another one. It's a good shot of the corner.
That's the positive of doing it on the live, is you can take photos as you go.
Well, I learn a lot about my own pattern on these lives. Except now I don't have video, so. Oops. Maybe that wasn't so smart. Here we go. Thank you. Okay, is my picture stuck for anyone else but me?
I don't have the videos playing because Skype was decided that it was going to be glitchy, so I turned them off.
Welp. I might have just kind of screwed things up because let me see. Let me try something here. Crochet pick is stuck. Yep. Yes, it is. It is stuck. I broke it.
Yes, there we go.
Such a great idea to take that picture right then. That was.
Yeah.
Whoa, what does it say? It says it's okay. The camera is having a moment. It's old like me, so
turn it on again.
it's old. It's not good with technology. Look at that battery. I mean, you know this is not a new piece of technology with a battery this size. I mean, come on.
Well, my first DSLR that I ever had the compact flash memory card. Didn't even have a normal memory card. I had this like really old thing in it. And I remember when I first got it, I said to my mom, I was like, what is this? What do I plug it into? Because I was only used to memory cards. And I was very confused.
Yeah.
Okay, what am I doing in the corner?
My daughter is a photographer, and I had this old Canon. Well, I mean, it was brand new at the time. It was one of those Canon Sure Shot film cameras. And she, when she was going through school, she kind of had a fascination for older cameras. And for whatever reason, she loves that camera. One of the Christmas gifts I gave her this year was like film and rechargeable batteries and things to make that camera work again. And but it's a film camera, but it has a screen on the back of it. I'm doing this wrong. I should be chaining one in between. Oh, I just missed one. Okay. It has a screen on the back of it to help you, like, you know, set the different settings. Did I chain one? Yes, I did. And the first time she used it, she looked at the back of the camera and she was touching like the little touch screen, and she was like, how do I see the picture? How do I see the picture I just took? And I was like, you don't. It's a film camera. She was like, what is the screen for then? Like, yeah, you're not going to see the picture on there. You have to just, you have to just know what you're doing. Yeah. She was like, oh my gosh, what? Wait, what?
Trudy over on TikTok says, why can't you go in back post in the corners?
Oh, you can. Well, I'm just working into a chain space there. But you can you can do something different there if you want. I just um I don't know why, like I don't have a logical explanation for this, but I just when I design this, I just usually I make the corner like more prominent in the design than the rest of the blanket, and I just felt like those fans were very prominent and kind of like, drawing the eye. And so I just wanted to skim across the corner and not accentuate the corner. I just wanted to like flatten it out kind of, or just like skim across it. That's all. And
Makes sense.
yeah, I didn't really think that the corner needed any attention. I just wanted to accentuate the fans on the side of the work, and I don't have any logical explanation for that. That was a creative choice. So if you want to do something fancier in the corner, you can. Um, when I get to the next corner, I'll see what back post in the corner would look like. Because now that you know how to do back post, you want to do it all the time, don't you?
Always.
You're
I have
like,
a
I
question.
like that. Yes,
I have a
ma'am.
random question. In round 4, you do a chain 2 in the corners on the single crochet row.
Yeah.
And then in round 7, it's a chain 3. Is that right?
No.
No? Okay.
In the single crochet rounds, it's chain 2, I believe, every time.
So even on round 7?
Round 7
Or
is
do you
a
need
sing.
to...
Are you sure it's round 7 or is it set
It
up?
says?
Okay.
No, it's round 7.
I made
Single
a
crochet in the chain 3 space. No,
Okay.
I didn't read. Never mind. Ignore me.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Single crochet in the chain 3 space.
Gotta love when
Wrote a
somebody
lot,
reads the
not chain
pattern
3.
wrong and their first reaction is, Betty, you made a mistake.
No, that's why I'm like, I have a question. Because it's late and it was probably me. Hence the question. Read the pattern
Read the pattern.
properly and don't make
If I
things
have
up.
to make another like update to the pattern, I'm gonna be really embarrassed. I mean, I already am really embarrassed that mistakes got through, but this one was rushed out.
But that's because everyone wanted it. The moment you started showing it, everyone was like, so can we
Yep.
have that now, please?
Yep.
It's like, can I have it yesterday? Is that possible?
Yep.
There we go. These blues are so pretty. I'm trying to like actually crochet where the camera actually can see me.
Okay. Yep.
Instead of like down on my lap or off to the side.
So I guess if I were going to do a back post, I mean, I just have a chain space here to work into, so I mean, I guess I could back post around these guys. I don't think it's going to have the same effect, honestly, in the corners. I would suggest if you wanted to do that to change this and do double crochet, do 3 double crochet in this round back here. When you do the 7 double crochet fans, do 3 double crochet in your corner, and then you will have something to back post around. So that's just a little pattern adaptation for you. Whoever asked that question, I think it was on TikTok.
On TikTok, it was Trudy.
Yeah. There you go, Trudy.
The camera is picking up these blues a lot darker than they actually are. They aren't that dark.
Well, they're very pretty.
But yes, I am very excited and also now annoyed that I can't find any in WA and have to wait for delivery. I'll at least be able to make both hexagons and their sleeves.
Yeah, I started on my 6th ball of Scarfie for mine yesterday. 6th.
On the rainbow one that I made of just the standard granny stitches, I used one for each hexagon and the extension of the sleeves, the leftovers to add the back, and then the third for the bottom and the hood. And I'm not going to have enough for the border.
Wow. So, whoops, I forgot to chain one right there.
I want to do, because I want to do I want to do the thick ribbing on the side.
Yeah, I want to do the thick ribbing on mine too.
So, but I got the hood to work, so I'm happy. And now I can also add pockets because I'll have extra yarn.
It's got pockets.
Always. Pockets are a necessity. Okay. Almost done with round 7.
Hi, Mary. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it all the way around this round on the live. I still have a lot to go. I'm only about halfway around. So I do think that back post double crochet takes you a little longer. And also I'm talking a lot.
And explaining it all and making sure that people understand what you're doing.
But yeah, I think anybody could complete this border round without having to see me complete the whole thing. It's very repetitious. It's basically back post double crochet across the back of these fans with a chain 1 in between, and then a single crochet in the chain 3 space, and 3 double crochet in the corner space. What's up, England? How you doing? Welcome.
That is Nile Born from England. Over on the Facebook group.
Hey, Nile. Michelle says, hey, Betty, I'm new to your 6-day series. What's the minimum number of colors that you suggest? Well, you can do, if you're talking about the regular 6-day blanket, 6-day kid blanket, you can do it in a solid color. If you're doing, so there's different ways to stripe it, okay? The original blanket is called Vivid Chevrons, and it has a 4-row stripe and a 2-row stripe, and the 2-row stripe is just the double crochet rows, and so that one would require at least 2 colors. I like to do that blanket with 5 colors, and since you have 2 stripes per repeat and you have 5 colors, the stripes will alternate. So I like doing that one with 5 or an odd number of colors, but 5 is my favorite way to do it. The other way that I do that one is with 2 different colorways of cake yarn, and that one's called Betty's Lazy Mix. Let's see, snowflake effect, you need at least 2. Looks good with 3. Looks good with any number of colors. All the stripes are the same size. Let's see, what are the other ways to do it? Viral Stripes. We have one called Viral Stripes. I think that one looks best with 4 colors. We do it with like 4 colors.
4 or 5. I've done a couple with 5 as well. Back
With
when we called it the half snowflake.
the half snowflake, yep. Then we changed it to Viral Stripes.
I did the 5 if I'm doing like a bed size one, like a full blanket. The 4 works good for the baby size. I don't have any of the 5 straps with me. I'll have to make another one.
And then let's see, Australian confetti. That looks good with lots of different colors. I've done it with 4 colors.
I did mine with 7.
It looks great as a rainbow. If you have the urge or the need to make a rainbow, it looks amazing in a rainbow of colors. And then popsicle requires at least 5 different colors in graduating tone. So there's lots of options. Did that answer your question? She's like, I'm just going to do my first one with 1 color. That's too much to think about. So if you're new to the 6-day kid blanket, and one of my goals this year is to make a workbook, because there are so many options now for the pattern that when you're new to it, it's like, well, wait, I didn't know you could do this, or what, I didn't know you could do that, or, what are the border options, etc. Like, there's just so much information. So
definitely.
Yeah, one of my goals this year is to make a workbook, to just explain all the options, like in the order that they are relevant to you when you're first learning the blanket, right? Yeah, so that's on my list of things to do. But since I don't have that, the best thing that you could do would be to join the 6-Day Kid Blanket Facebook group, where I have a lot of the resources linked, and it's not perfectly organized, and there's always something missing. There's always something that's hard to find, but it's there. And there are also 20,000 people in there, quite a few of whom have made this blanket dozens of times, and who have tried all the options, and many of them know the blanket even better than I do, so they will help you.
We're here to help.
Yep, we're here to help.
In the yarn, and now I'm annoyed.
Oh no.
It's alright, I've cut it out. It's just annoying.
You joined the Facebook group. Welcome.
Yay, welcome.
Take a look through the FAQ. We have a big FAQ because when people come in, they kind of ask the same questions over and over again. And you may not get an answer to a question like, where's the pattern?
The answer to that question is it's at McKnit.
Some people have been in that group for years. And some of my members, I cannot believe how quickly they crank out blankets. Like Lena, have you seen Lena is on her second granny square blanket already? I mean, how long has the pattern been out? Like 2 weeks?
Right.
And she's on her second.
See, this is the only problem that I have with me now designing, is that I don't get to do that anymore.
That's very true. Yeah, you don't
I want to make all the blankets.
You don't get to do as much.
This is me trying the square just as a hexagon, and I really, really like it. I really like the fabric that it's making, and I think it will be a very, very cozy sweater. And now I want to make a baby one for my friend. So I have all this yarn just sitting here that I bought and never did anything with. I've got like some of the Karen cotton cakes just sitting here.
Oh wow.
That would look pretty.
Those make great baby items, the Karen cotton cakes. I'm almost done, so I'm almost there. So I'm just gonna finish. I know I'm 7 minutes over time, but I might as well just finish.
Yeah.
Well,
and what am I doing?
I I don't know how long it's going to take us to figure out that hexagon cardigan, but anyone that wants to join in the creation of that should join the McKnitiverse and join the design workshop over there, and
come join us.
Come join us because we're just making these sweaters, and then hey Debbie, and then we're going to figure out how to write the pattern. But right now we're just all making sweaters, and it really is. I know I like say this in my like promos all the time. It's so much fun, but it really truly is so much fun.
It's just there to like chill. It's so fun. And also, for anyone that wants to join us, we're starting the Wallaby this week. Next week? I don't know what day of the week it is.
I think it starts on Tuesday. I think it starts on Tuesday, but I have no yarn. I don't even have sample yarn. I don't even have the sample. Yeah, I at least need the sample. If it doesn't come, I'll start on something else and I'll just like start a baby one or something. But I'm so disappointed. Like my May is my birthday month, and obviously it's Mother's Day, and I know my kids aren't going to do anything for me, so I like always, I treated myself to that very expensive yarn. I mean, it was like a splurge, and I hope I'm not, like I hope I love that yarn. Because I mean, not only was it a splurge, but I was like, I'm gonna support an indie design or an indie like dyer this time rather than going to like Joann's or Michael's and buying a big box store yarn. Like for this project, I mean, this is a sweater, and I'm gonna wear it. So it's it's a big commitment. So I thought, why not, instead of just, using stash yarn or buying something off of a shelf, why not support an independent dyer, and get something really special for myself at the same time. So I dropped a bucket of money on that yarn. Like it's not cheap yarn. It is not cheap yarn. So I hope I'm not disappointed. I hope I love it, and I hope it gets here soon. I hope it's worth it. All those things. All those things. Yes, my birthday is in May 25th. So, yeah, I don't have like a significant other or anyone in my life that's going to make that day special for me. That's up to me to do that. So, yeah, so I bought yarn.
I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Can't no one tell me not to. Oh, hey, Kathy.
For my birthday, the people in my life just bought me gift cards for my favorite
for yarn. Okay. This time I did my slip stitch into the single crochet, so I'm still experimenting.
I'm almost done with my first of round 3. Round 2.
Wow. Wow, you got far.
Well, it's little. It's itty bitty.
Excuse me. Kathy's birthday is May 27th.
Ooh. The cut and the knot, like, I don't think it was like the right amount of that color, because it's gone from the light, super light blue white almost straight into the gray instead of being a decent amount of the white. So I think that was a cut and a join further along. But it's okay because it's in the underarm area, so I don't care.
Yeah, you can hide that. Here you go, Courtney.
Oh, look at that. It's so pretty. I love that yarn. It looks so squishy and soft.
It is, and it's woolly too, which some people don't like, but I do like the feel of wool and the woolly smell of it. It doesn't smell super woolly, but I can I can smell a tiny bit of wool smell in that, and I like that smell, and it feels nice. Yeah.
It looks beautiful. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
This
Well,
is my last corner, and then down to the stubborn corner where I'm not doing as I'm told.
I don't know how to do this. Maybe let me take this one out. And there we go. All right. I did it. Woo! I did it. All right. Woo! Well, yes, it would be a cool cushion. That's a good idea. I actually want,
that is a good idea.
I was going to say I'm actually going to take this all out and make it into a whole blanket, but maybe I won't. Maybe I'll make this a cushion and just start a new one. Start a new blanket.
And then you could have a matching cushion to go with your blankie.
Yeah, then I'll have a matching cushion. All right. Well,
I'll have to be your couch blanket.
I'll have to think about that.
There you go. I made it to the corner. 1.
Who's saying no? You don't want me to rip it out?
That's Bev. That's Bev.
Just to make it bigger.
There we go. I did it. That's to the end of the first of round 2. Ta-da! I did it.
It's looking good.
It's a little itty bitty sweater. Now that I know how to fold it properly,
I know.
all the time.
It's so confusing.
Itty bitty sweater.
It's so confusing until you figure it out. Then it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But there is a lot to think about, like whether it's on the right side or the wrong side, whether you're putting the two backs together properly, all those things.
Yeah. And then adding all the stuff.
Yep.
If I can grab mine.
Adding all the stuff.
Because I finished the hood on mine. So it has a hood now.
Oh, nice. That turned out really nice.
I had to undo it because it was a little bit too pointy. But it's still pointy, but it's not super pointy. You have to do some... It means when my hair's in a bun,
yeah,
I can still have the hood. But I'm going to add the thick ribbing that I did, the single crochet in the back loop, probably around the same thickness as this, which is why I need more yarn, because I want to add that to the whole thing. So that's why it's still not done.
Yeah, I'm going to... what was the name of the designer group that you mentioned? It's in the Betty McKnitiverse, and that I think you're talking about the design workshop. It's the design workshop in the Betty McKnitiverse. www.bettymcknitiverse.com. You join, and it's my membership community. And then within the membership community, there is a design workshop, and that's where we're working on the hexagon cardigans together. So it's not but the end goal is to develop a pattern to release to the world. But in there, we're all making hexagon cardigans, and we're just kind of figuring it out as we go along. Yeah, because there are so many options for this cardigan, and there are also so many patterns out there with like resources on sizing and different options and things. I would like to be able to just provide the stitches and a little bit of guidance about how to use the 6-day stitches within this pattern construction, and not like, I know some people don't. Some people need exact instructions though, but I mean, look at the 6-day kid blanket. People are designing their own 6-day kid blankets. So I like my patterns to be adaptable. So I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I'm getting there, and we're all doing it together. So Courtney's starting on hers. I've got mine about halfway done. Yeah, please join us. And there's so much other stuff going on in the McKnitiverse. Also,
we have our crafting chats.
We have twice a month. We have just a craft and chat, and that's where you can hear me swear. And we were talking about something dirty the other night. I remember what it is now. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, I wonder what we were talking about.
And then we have crochet alongs, working freeform using your ideas for chevrons should turn out. Yep. Yeah, and there are people all the time saying like, I'd like to do this with the 6-day kid blanket. I'd like to do that with the 6-day kid blanket. Well, it's copyrighted, so if you want to do something with it, I'd like to be able to work with people to design things, because I don't
like that.
I don't feel inspired to do 6-day kid blanket everything. Not everything that's suggested inspires me, so I'd like people to be able to just go ahead and write those up themselves, and I'll publish them, as part of the series. But yeah, but right now we're doing hexagons.
I'm very, very excited.
But if that's something that interests you, is like different things to make. Yeah, you should join the McKnitiverse, and we'll get that stuff going. I have a lot of granny square ideas posted in there. Like, I feel like there are so many things that could be done with granny squares that if I really went down a rabbit hole, or allowed myself to go down a rabbit hole, I could get stuck in 6-day kid blanket granny square land for a long time. So I'm hoping maybe somebody else will take the granny squares.
I'm sure they will.
And start making things 6-day granny square things that I can publish, so I don't have to go down that rabbit hole.
Here, I'm going to be here making cardigans for a while.
Yeah,
Courtney's cold.
Courtney's going to be making cardigans.
And I think the way that the 6-day stitches work in this, compared to just the standard granny clusters, especially for kids, it still has the detail and the holes, but it's not full of holes. You've still got the solid in between the granny rows, and I think that will just work better for toddlers and things.
I think that's why I never made one of those cardigans, because I didn't really like all the granny holes.
Yeah, I've got a granny stripe blanket that I did. So
the supernova. It is a crazy pattern.
I love all the different things that we get to make.
Yep. And there are a couple stalled pattern designs that are over there in the McKnitiverse that have been pre-released, and they're just stalled. They're patterns that I was working on creating, and they got stalled over there. So there's lots of stuff to play with, and the bonus content that I give every month, the meetings, the crochet alongs, it's a community. And yeah, it costs $11 a month, or $111 for the year. If you're in there for the whole year, I give my PDF, my patterns that I sell. I give 4 of those, 3 or 4 of, it's growing. It used to be 2 or 3, and now it's 3 or 4 a month. Of my patterns.
Keep releasing cool things.
Yeah, so if you're in there for the entire year, you'll have my entire pattern library by the end of the year, which I don't even know how much. I don't even know how much that would cost. I haven't figured that out.
I have no idea.
But it's
We have
probably
someone over on TikTok asking what the size of the 6-day blanket is. The size of it.
the size. You can make it in any
But
size.
they can't hear me, so you'll have to.
Oh, okay. They can't hear you because you're on Skype. The size of the 6-day kid blanket, it can be made virtually in any size with any yarn. The original was a toddler size blanket with chunky weight yarn, so it only took me 6 days, and I wasn't trying to even design anything. So, yeah, cot size in 6 days. If you use chunky yarn like this, I think this, if you use chunky yarn, and I'll just say this, any 6-day blanket with 6 or 7 chevrons can be done in 6 days. If you upsize or you want to use lighter weight yarn so that there are more chevrons, then it will take you a little bit longer. You have to adjust. But the 6-day name, when I made that little cot size in chunky weight yarn, I was not trying to design anything, not trying to do anything in a hurry. It was easy, 6 easy days of crocheting at night in front of a movie.
Yes. So the 6-day blanket variations of all of the types are my favorite go-to. Just like sit and watch something while I crochet.
Even if you do upsize a lot, it will take you longer than 6 days, but it works up really fast. It works up really fast. So it's a quick make. And the star blankets, the 6-day star, superstar, supernova, definitely can be done in 6 days. Again, depending on how big you make them, but they can definitely be, you can get a blanket out in 6 days. And now we'll find out with the great granny and great granddaddy. I definitely think you could get a 6-day blanket, get those done in 6 days, no problem.
Oh, easily, I'd say.
Yeah. All right, Miss Courtney.
Zooming along.
I don't know if we can get her to stop crocheting long enough to say goodbye. Bye, Courtney. All right, my dear. Thanks for being here. I'll say, oh wait, let me play my music. Always. And then we'll be fading out. Here it goes. 22 seconds long. They probably can't hear it on TikTok because it's coming through here. Yeah. So we'll just bump along. Bye.